question. So for quickly, I want to basically explain what is the advantage of AI bots, right? Basically, with manual trading, we'll have the emotions will play, and we'll be taking decisions, impulsive decisions on buying or selling. Whereas with the help of bots, we can basically they look at the real time price action based on the rules and conditions, filter criteria, and they take better decisions than decisions taken by the retail traders. And also, we can set the stop loss and all those things while taking the trade itself. So we'll have better risk management, and we can spend time because most of us are working in some other primary jobs. We cannot focus completely. So the bots will help us to spend time with other activities while the bots will help us in trading. So all these bots can be right once you have Ninja Trader. It takes less than 5 minutes to install the bots and set up the bots. So we have different algos already. So one of the top algos is Prism Algo, which most of you are already using, which is a day trading algorithm, which is a good one. Right, whenever there is a big uptrend or downtrend, this Prism Algo can make nice gains, especially with NQES, crude oil, gold, RTY, YM. It is good for personal accounts and also for prop firms. And then we also have Spectrum Algo, which is mainly a uh, scalping algo. So if Prism takes one trade between a buy and sell, this will take your Spectrum will take multiple trades. So that means for every one or two candles, it will take a trade. If there is a bullish direction, it will take buy, get some profits. Again, it takes a buy, get some profit. So in the same direction, it will be taking multiple trades. So again, Spectrum is also another right popular algo used by our members. So Spectrum and Prism, these are our number one, number two algos. And then we have Momentum Algo, which is mainly good for any news. So if there is an event on the day, then Momentum Algo is another very good algo, mainly for personal accounts or for swing trades. Whenever there is a any catalyst, any good news or bad news, then this Momentum Algo will help us for the trading. So it will right. It won't quickly enter and exit like Prism or Spectrum. It will wait for enough filters to satisfy before it takes it. Then we have Wealthium Algo, which is nearly 95 to 96% success rate. Very low risk algo, which has right, which generally takes trades during Europe open hours. Europe open hours are like around uh, 2 to 3 Eastern, where because there won't be much volatility, there won't be sudden surprise news. So generally, if market is bullish, this will take a trade and make some $50 to $100 every day. So this is another famous algo or right low risk traders. This is a good one. So it may not take trades each and every day. Whenever whenever it sees that whenever there is a good bullish momentum, it takes trades on those days and make good profits. I am also enabling the chat while I explain about these things. If anyone has any questions, you can post your questions in the chat window. Right, and then we have another two algos which are mainly good for personal trading. Right, one of them is Optimum Algo, which is mainly good for crude oil. So this is a algo mainly used for crude oil or micros of crude oil. So this makes nice gains whenever there is a good momentum, right? Either again upward or downward momentum with crude oil. This optimum is the another good strategy because it is used only for crude oil. Very few members use this, but again, if you want to just look at one ticker or look at crude oil, then this is the algo which you all can use. Then we have quantum algo, which is mainly for personal trading, personal accounts. If you want to take swing positions for multiple days, this quantum algo will help you. So these are the six algos which we already released around 2+ months back. Most of the users are using Spectrum, Prism, Momentum, Wealthium, because quantum is only for swing trading or personal accounts. Very few are using it, and then Wealthium, the other one, uh, Optimum, is because only for crude oil, very few use it. But the first four, right? The Spectrum, Prism, Momentum, and then Wealthium. These are the top four algos used by the members, right? Most of them like Prism and Spectrum, but whoever want to also take some trades on their personal accounts, they also use Wealthium and also Momentum. So these are the six algos which most of you already know. These are right. These are going on for last 2+ months, and traders are using for their personal accounts or for prop firms. All these things. But so again, as I mentioned, you can use these algos with personal accounts where you can open a Ninja Trader account, and then you can deposit. If you are just looking for micros, you can deposit around 5 to 10K. If you are also looking for minis, you can deposit up to 40K, and you can connect these bots to your Ninja Trader personal account, and the bots will help you to take the trades. Or you can also use the algos with prop firms like Apex, or there are a lot more companies like Apex. Now, until right another 2 hours, we have 90% off. That means you will just pay $18 to complete evaluation on a Apex 50K account, and then once you complete that, they will fund you the $50,000. You can take trades, and whatever money you make, first $25,000 profit is yours, and after that, anything you make, 90% is yours and 10% is theirs. So these, right, any of those six algos you can use with uh, personal accounts or prop firms. So today I wanted to share about one more algo, which is which we developed and tested. It is also giving some great results. So I wanted to share about an algo called. So first, let me share about. So Trillium is our another scalping algo, just like Spectrum. This Trillium, but instead of using Heikin, we will be using normal candles, right? What do you mean by normal candles? That means the minute candles, whatever we use, right? For example, here instead of Heikin, you can use 1 minute candle, or you can use order cancel. Yeah, you can use 2 minute candles, 5 minute candles, and the results are over 90% successful with this algo, with tickers like NQ, GC, ES. We are seeing over 90% success with this particular algo. So uh, s- let us run some backtest results first, and then I'll explain more about the algo. Right, to run the backtest results again, generally with uh, right, with Heiken, the results might be sometimes it might show much higher, but generally with normal candles, your results are much more closer to the reality. So we are looking at Trillium, right? First, let us look at Trillium. Generally, as I mentioned, will be this particular algo is good for. Let us start with NQ, and let us use 1 minute candles first, right? This is a scalping algo. So you can use 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. So let us test with one by one. So uh, this is ETP, means you are enabling the target profit. ESL means you are enabling the stop loss. Let us say, right, for NQ, let us use 20 as our target profit, and let us use 40 as the stop loss. And let us use 4:30, right? Generally, Europe time, uh, or 4:30 to 6:30 is one good time frame. And let us try to run long and short, right? Generally, this is good for long only, but let us try to, right, execute for both. And let us just run for let us start with 1 month. Then we can also do with 2 months, 3 months. Yeah, let's take from October 6th to November 6th. Right. So I am using, so this RC factor, you can use 10, 9, 8. Generally, when you are using with smaller time frames, you will use 10. If you are using 5 minutes or 15 minutes, then you will use this one as 8 or 9. Right, we'll give you all the parameters, which time to use, which is the best time to use, what should be the RC factor value, what should be the TP, what should be stop loss. Everything will share it in the Excel document. But for now, you understand, we have RC factor, which can be 8 or 9 or 10. Then we have a target profit 20 ticks, stop loss 40 ticks. This is like our start time and end time. So initially, let us do from 4:30 to 6:30, right? Again, we right. You can try with the different timings. I'll give you multiple examples one by one. We are running for just 1 month. If you want, you can also include commission. Right? Okay, this particular time is giving a negative value, right? So this is how you also need to do back testing. So let us, right, the volume, generally what we need to do is we need to look for where there is a good volume, no? Or let us just take out shorts. And so generally, right, what is the Europe open hours? Europe generally opens from 2 o'clock, right? Right. I am using EST time frame. So you need to change it to, now let us run between 2 to 4. So for example, if you only between this time, if you used 20 ticks and 40 ticks as stop loss, you had this one. But you know that generally NQ, it makes quick moves. So let us, you disable the stop loss and try to run it, right? Because generally NQ suddenly it drops and then again it goes up. So if you disable the stop loss and run it, you have approximately, right. This is the profit you can see for uh, approximately 1 month. Let us, right, you can always disable one of them, right, either long or short, if you want to run. And you can do the same thing with, like, okay, now instead of 1 minute, if you do in 2 minutes, what can be the result? Right, so this is approximately, you have 98.41% profitable if you are only looking at short trades, right? There are no long trades, it is only taking short trades. 98.4%, approximately $2,780. Then your maximum losing trade is 3,420. So let us say, right, for Apex accounts, you don't want to have a big stop loss. So you can always now enable the stop loss with some 60 ticks and try to run it. Right now you have approximately 74%, but let's now increase the target profit to 40 and change this to 80. Right. So this is how you basically, right. I'll put everything in the Excel and send you, right, what numbers you need to use. But just I right, because we are giving this free access to all the members, all the 699 plan members. I'm just sharing you like how you can backtest. You just keep this one as constant. You change the target profit and stop loss, and you can change the timings. Right. This is like Europe time where there is very less volume. Let us take something like uh, 10 a.m. Right, 10 a.m. EST, and let us look between 11:30. Let us run for both long and short, and we are using 2-minute time frame. So now you can see approximately, right, 2,200 profit, 1435 on the long, 780 on the short. Right. For example, now you change it to 20 and 40, or you don't have any stop loss and just run it. You have 82.69, 81.9, but you have bigger stop loss. So like this, right? I'll be sharing very different results where we have over 90% success. But when you want to try any new algo, this is how you can change various parameters, right? You can change the RC factor from 8 to 9, 9 to 10, or you can change the target profit and stop loss. You can change the time. So generally, the time we have to use either Europe start time or US, right, from 9 to 10:30 Central or 10 to 11:30 Eastern. So this is where generally you will have good volume. So you have to use when volume is high, and then you can test with 1 minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes, 5 minutes, so that you can test all different combinations. Right? We have certain combinations where we are seeing 90-95% success, which I'll be sharing that in the Excel document on which time frames you have to use, which timings, or what time frame you have to use, what time you have to use, what TP you have to use, what stop loss you have to use. But while you are doing the back testing, you can basically do back testing in this way. Let us say you are just happy with small profits. Right, this has long is giving around 78% success. But right, this is how you can change, right? For example, now I want to run it on 5 minutes, and I will change this one to 9, RC factor to 9, and then you can run it. So you can see that okay, 88.89% on the long, 80% on the short. So when you see like this, okay, if you only do long now, it is giving better results. So whenever you want to use 5 minute time frame, you want to use this 2080 or right, without a stop loss, just 20 ticks. Whenever it takes a buy, it will whenever it meets 20, 88% of the time or 89% of the time it will make profits. So now you can see approximately 97.22%. This is making the profits. If you are using RC factor as 9 and target profit as 20, and you don't want to take any stop loss, the maximum loss it gave is 325 between 10 to 11:30 time frame. So you are using only long only because long has better success rate. You want to avoid any losing trades. So you can see that approximately right out of 35 consecutive winners, one loser. Overall, you have one losing trade. So you have approximately profit factor of 10.77. Right? We are testing with normal candles, right? Minute candles. Heiken-Ashi can always give right a too high or too low results, but when you are testing with minute candles, it gives much better results or much accurate results. So like this again, if I want to use 15 minutes, I'll reduce my RC factor and I will run it with 15 minutes. Now you have approximately 92, but you have a bigger stop loss on a 15-minute time frame. So it is better you increase the TP and also have a stop loss and try to run it. Now you see approximately you have 85% success. So like this, right? Basically, when you want to backtest any algo, you can go to the strategy analyzer, keep playing with the various parameters, timings, long or short, and then with the minutes. So you will find out some best combinations. Okay, with 5 minutes, with nine, without a stop loss, what is the result? Right, you have 97.22% success. If I also include short, what is the result? Right, now it got reduced to 86%. So you can put a tick like, okay, my when I for this algo, I'll use RC factor as 9, I'll use target profit as 40, I'll disable the stop loss because right 90 or uh, 97 out of 36 trades, 35 times it made the profit. It took the buy signal, it did 10 points, and then it gave the profit. Only one time it suddenly it bounced back and took the stop loss. So like this, you can order submitted. You can generate multiple strategies with this algo. Okay, this is one strategy, 9, 40, and with no stop loss between this time to this time, Eastern time, long only, and 5 minutes time frame. So right, every algo has a different, right? You have why you have so many indicators or why you have so many right, you have Ichimoku cloud, you have moving averages, you have simple moving average, you have exponential moving average, you have right 20 different indicators in technical analysis. In the same way, based on the market scenario, you have different algos. So you can write spectrum and prism are based on Heiken-Ashi candles, right? They also look at price action. Whereas this works with a different logic. So if you can see, right, let us see, you can have the same thing on. So for example, if you use 5 minute candle, order cancel. uh, Not again based on the time, you can mention a time based on the time it will take the trades and it will execute the trades in that time, right? For example, I mentioned from 6:30 to 11:30. So it started taking the trades during this time. But basically, you see a blue arrow, that means it is indicating that it will go up. If you see something like this arrow, that means it is a sell position. That means it will come down. So these blue arrows, whenever there is a blue arrow, it is going up. It will reach the target. And when you see this particular downwards arrow, that means it can come down. But you have to use this particular algo during high volume hours. So going back to, so right again, we'll be sharing these numbers on which time frame to use, which RC factor to use, and what TP and what SL to use. We will be giving right again, not only for NQ, right? Let us test it with GC. You have approximately 63, but it is giving overall negative. So maybe for GC, this is not a good one. So let us take, generally uh, GC moves well during Asian market or Europe market. So for example, 2:30. Right, this is 2:30 a.m. to 4:30 a.m. I want to just test with 3 minutes. Right, you have approximately 51% success, 42% success, but this is losing. So let me just take long only. Right, you have approximately 97%. If you are only using long only, then the overall success rate for GC with 10 RC factor with a 20 TP, and you are not using any stop loss here. Your maximum, right, out of 20 success, consecutive winners 20, one losing trade. So like this, right? You can do the same thing with CL, ES, GC, various. So you have to just play with minutes, play with the timing, whether it is Europe Open, US Open, or US closing hours. These are the three sessions: 2:30 to 4:30 Eastern, or 10 to 11:30 Eastern, or 3 to 4 Eastern. These are the three timings, and you can play with long, short, with the TP and stop loss and the RC factor. RC factor can be 8, 9, or 10. TP generally is 20 for ES, GC, CL, and 40 for NQ. And stop loss enabling or not enabling, we can, if you are giving 5 or 15, definitely we need to enable stop loss. If you are using 1, 2, 3, then even without a stop loss also it is fine. So right, again, we'll be giving it for free for all 699 users. They can test on sim account for few days, and once they feel confident, they can start using it. uh, Then, so this is one algo which I wanted to explain, right? Which is the Trillium Algo, which is right. So in Spectrum, you are making profits. So this is also second scalping algo. So Spectrum is our number one scalping algo. This is our number two scalping algo. Spectrum will give profits for every each and every candle, whereas this one, whenever it sees that it is market is or it is going up, it will wait, and it will take profits before, right, whatever target profit you are giving, it will take profits and then get closed. Right, the logic is different from what you have in the Spectrum. So now let's look into uh, the next one. Right, okay, yeah, someone wants to run it for 6 months. Okay, let us run it for 6 months. Right, let's run from 4th of April 3rd to, so you have approximately 87.45% success, right? You can run it from January 1st, right? You have approximately 87% success. Then do the same thing with NQ. You have approximately 97% success, but right, with NQ you can use 2 minutes, and the timing you can use from 9:45 to, right. So, right, you have approximately 97.41% success if you are just taking long only between 9:45 Eastern to 11:30 Eastern, when you are using only long only positions. So like this, right? Right, whether you want to test it for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, you can test it, and also you can do forward testing. And when you see uh, when you are happy, you can start using on your prop firms. So again, I don't want to confuse you with another algo today. Right, for today, let us just focus on Trillium. And then few members are asking about copy trading. Copy trading is basically one option is you have all these algos on your system. You can take one contract, two contract, three contracts. It is based on your interest, your risk profile, your account size, all those things. It is up to you, right? With copy trading, what we take generally one contract, right? Whenever we see a good setup, we take one contract, and we'll be taking the trades. Your system should be on, and your internet should be on. That's it. You don't need to set up any parameters or anything. Whenever we take the trades, that will happen in your accounts. So that is the second way. One way is you can have all these algos on your system, and you can take the trades on your personal accounts or prop firm accounts, or wherever you want. You can do that. The second way you can use these algos is because we know which algo is good for the day, or which algo we have to use, whether it is a choppy day or a trending day. If it is a trending day, we may use momentum. If it is a choppy day, we may use something like spectrum, or we may use something like trillium, right? If it is a if we think like Europe, the market may go up, we may use wealthium. So based on that, we will be taking the trades, and those trades will happen automatically in your accounts. That is called copy trading. So right, again, how where you want to use, it is up to you, right? Whether you use in your prop firm accounts or in your personal accounts, it is completely up to you. But yeah, we are doing those. So some members, if they don't have time to explore the algos or explore different parameters, timings, and all those things, then you can also use the copy trade service, where there is a software called as Replicanto. You need to get the lifetime access for that software, or you can start with a monthly access or a weekly. They have a free trial for 1 week. You can start with that, and then if you are a paid subscriber to our algos, and then you will also receive those copy trades. So you have two different ways, right? One is you ins- you have the algos, you can explore, you can play in whatever, right? Based on your risk, you want to take more risk, you may take two contracts, three contracts, right? Whereas when we are taking it, we'll generally stick with one contract, because we want to be right, because there will be some traders who have high risk, some traders who have low risk. We will stick with one contract. So that's what one is, you learning it, and you can uh, explore and you can make based on whatever you feel confident. You can do that. The second way is you will leave it to us. We'll see, right? We'll take an average moderate risk, low risk, and we'll take trades with just one contract in the accounts. So, uh, this is the net profit. Whatever you see is the net profit for with one contract. We are using only one contract here, right? For example, when you think like you are confident, now you change it to three contracts, right? When you change it to three contracts for same thing, right? You have 97.41, but you will be making nearly 100K between this time, right? This is just with only with NQ. With normal candles, 2 minute candles. You can try with 3 minute candles or 1 minute candle. You can play, right? You can explore. You may get something with 98%, 99%, right? This is like 96% with the 3 minute candles. But you have 96.32%. So like that, right? You can explore different timings and whether to use long and short, or whether to use 2 minutes, whether to use 3 minutes, and you can yeah, back test it, forward test it. It is up to you how you want to do. We'll be sharing. Yeah, you can run the algo in the Indian market also. Uh, right. Yeah. Yeah. Do the same thing with different tickers, but make sure you are using, right. If you are using gold and crude oil, generally Asian market, Europe market, they are good. If you are doing for NQES, then general US market is good. So you need to remember those things and make the changes based on that. Right. So yeah, this timing is not good for GC. So like that again, right? As I mentioned, I will be sending all these numbers. I'm just playing some random numbers and showing some different. So, but yeah. So right, just to give you an idea how you can play with the numbers and how you can come up with different strategies. So there is no one single rule that okay, you have to use only this time to this time, you have to only use this TP, right? For every instrument you can get some 10, 15 different combinations like this. Okay, from this time to this time, if you use only long only, there is approximately 90% success with GC between this time to this time in the last 1 month. So maybe try to give 30 as a TP and see whether your success rate and your overall profit is going up or going down. Now you have 85% success with approximately 18,000 profit. So like that, you can play, you can explore, and you can come up with various. So one thing you need to see is your losing trade should be less than $1,000 or something, and then your profit percent profitable should be above 80%. Your profit factor should be about 2. Like that, you need to see multiple factors so that your Apex account should not get impacted with the trail stop loss. But yeah, I'll be sending some right values for GC, ES, and Q, all those things. But if you want to do back testing, that's what you need to do. And as I explained, right, so yeah, again, right, if you are a subscriber, you can also use copy trading services where we'll be taking the trades. Last 3 days, on Thursday we made approximately 4,000 plus. Friday, Monday, today we made around 600 or 700. So we'll be taking low risk trades and we'll be making 500 to $1,000 every day using one or other algos, right? For you, you may feel like, oh, should I take Spectrum? Should I take Prism? Should I take a Titanium or Trillium or Wealthium? Because every algo, right? Some Wealthium is for low risk traders, Prism is for high risk traders. Like that, every algo has some advantages and disadvantages. If you are confused on what to take, which one to take, which one to explore, then you can avail the copy trading facility. Or you want to explore, you want to practice one algo, and then you want to use it so that you can take 2, 3, 5, 10 contracts. You can you can get the algos and you can practice, right? Basically use it on a sim account for a few days, back test it, and then when you feel comfortable, confident, then you can start using on prop firms or on your individual accounts. Uh, right, maybe tomorrow or day after, we'll also do a live trading session with this Trillium where we'll enable it and it will keep taking the trades in the autopilot mode. We don't need to touch it. Once we enable it, the algo will start taking the trades. Uh, right. Yeah, if you join only for the algo, you can basically stop here. Now, right, there are few members who have some issues with the copy trades. 2 or 3 members are not receiving the copy trades. I'll help those users to see like if their settings, if they have some wrong setting. But yeah, right, we'll be giving this algo to all the 699 members tomorrow, and we'll also be providing what time frame they have to use, which TP or what is the instrument, what is the value, what is the RC factor value. We'll populate everything in the Excel and give it. They can do, right, they can play and they can also add more different values. But yeah, this is with normal candles we are seeing 90-95% success with different combinations. So this will be like another Wealthium where you have a high success rate with normal candles. Yeah, thanks everyone for joining in, and members who are having issues with copy trades, they can stay back and others can drop down.